We have a very special guest here, Chloe Collins from our amazing. Nice. Look at that, girl. Get love. That's what I'm talking about. From my Chloe, so I love multiple sports. I grew up in a small town. I didn't grow up in Cypress, of course, Cypress / Houston, whatever you want to call it. I grew up in a small town called Mart, so I played a lot of different sports. And before I came back to UT, I played baseball. And when I played baseball, we had really long off seasons. In my off season, guess what? If you're a betting lady, guess what I did?
You played some volleyball.
I played co-ed volleyball, and so that's the sport, of course, Chloe plays. And speaking of that, they play Iowa State this weekend at 7 p.m. on Saturday. So you can go to texassport.com or call 512-471-3333 to purchase tickets. Go. I promise you want to go. I went a lot when I was in school because of the Fawcett's and all of them.
The Destiny Hookers.
The Destiny Hookers, all this crew. You see that? Listen, the best players, they know their history. And bigger than know it, they respect that history. So did that help in you being Coach Everett recruiting you to come to UT, one of the premier programs?
Oh, most definitely. Just always coming to a match and seeing people like the Julian Fawcett's, the Destiny Hookers, and just being like, I want to be one of those girls. I will be one of those girls. And just wanting to be a part of that tradition. Texas just has so many great traditions and just want to be a part of that. And I just made it a statement that I wanted to be here, and I did everything I possibly did to be here.
That's real. And you notice what she said. She didn't say, at first she was like, I want to be one of those girls. And then that second piece of it was, I'm going to be one of those girls. And I have to tell you, me and Chloe has something in common here. She's in a sport where all those ladies she just named like 6'3", 6'5", 6'6". I was in a sport where everybody's 6'6", 6'8", and all that, but I'm sitting over there 5'10", and Chloe, of course, coming over here a little shorter for her sport as well, but very productive. Is that little chip on your shoulder knowing that it takes a little bit more for us short folks?
Always. I think, if anything, I think that's what makes me such a great player. I'm 5'6", playing all 6 rotations all around and going against girls who are 6'4", 6'5", and just using that to my ability. I'm really gifted. God has blessed me with some great jumping abilities, and to be able to play at the net. Yeah, there you go. To be able to play at the net and just, really utilize that, and it's really awesome.
And what you mean by play at the net, so we have a sign in Mock Creek, you may have seen it. Y'all are at the north end, so you don't walk through there as much, but it says you have to be consistently good to be great.
Yep.
And you talk about your position at the net as a setter. It's all about consistency, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. The setter, as football terms, is the quarterback of the team.
I like that.
Yeah, we call all the plays, and if anything, the most important thing is to always be consistent. Like, you set the hitters in the right spot every time. It's how the quarterback has to get to the right spot to the wide receiver every time, And that's what consistency is when it comes to setting in volleyball, and being at the net, just taking what you can away at the areas and all of that. It's truly important, especially my size, at the net. Yeah.
That's interesting because that's why I love, of course, bringing. And by the way, this is the first time we've had an athlete on Longhorn Weekly. So kudos to you, Chloe.
Thank you for
that's
having
big time.
me here.
Look at that. You are the first athlete to come to Pluckers and do this show. So that says a lot about your ability, your game, and the respect that Coach Strong and the crew has for you. And so, as busy as y'all are on the court, let's talk a little bit about off the court piece, because it's important. It's very important, especially for women. You talk about there is professional volleyball, but it's not like the football scene.
Right.
So corporate communications major at Texas. So
I am.
You seem extremely natural up here. Is this practice for something you may want to look into doing in the future?
For sure. Like I said, I want to be taking your job one day, or if not somewhere higher up.
Yeah, no, seriously, you don't want me. You can have it.
Yeah, I'm definitely really interested in communications, and I think it's something could be good at in the future. I'm still learning about the business and how things work, and just trying to gain some experience any possible way I can. Doing Longhorn weeklies or just side interviews with Longhorn Network, and really working with the communications people at Texas. They've been so helpful in allowing me opportunities to do what I want to do for the future, and potentially be something in broadcasting or just PR, something that I think I can do really well.
See, I got a question about that, because my weekend job, usually Craig is right here, and I'm on the weekend, I'm on the sideline. So are you thinking Ian Andrews sideline type, Holly, the greats?
Holly Rose, a huge role model for me. I actually got a chance to talk with her a little bit, and she's just a phenomenal, genuine person. She's so willing to help anyone, and I think that just says a lot about her and why she's so successful in her profession. And I mean, wow, to be a Holly Rose, that'd be great. Sideline would be awesome, but I'm learning that there's other aspects to the communication industry as well. There's behind the scenes camera work, and there's so many people that are involved in it, and it's not always in front of the camera, which is always great. But I'm really open to anything.
You just love the industry in general.
I do.
And the cool piece of it, how times have changed. I watch as ESPN had the first all-female panel the other day. Were you able to see that, or are you too busy working in school?
No, I was actually able to catch a glimpse of it. I was honestly watching the Penn State-Minnesota volleyball match. I could have
extra film?
Yeah, I could have missed that as well. But I think that's just says enough of how women are progressing in the profession, and just how strong we are, and just how I could potentially be there with them as well, and just how great it is for women to even have that going is awesome.
That's awesome, man. Man, again, as you can see, usually winning is followed by smarts, it's by charisma, all the things, and Chloe definitely has that. So we're going to send it back to you guys in the studio and come back shortly.
All right, thanks, Quan. Great stuff going on there at Plucker's West Campus location in Austin. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have so much more. Longhorn Weekly continues in a moment.
Back here. I got that crowd. I love them. And, of course, we're talking to Chloe Collins, our senior Longhorn setter for – and this is the thing, man. I'm just looking at all these stats that our volleyball team has, and we name players that played back in 2007, 2008. You talk about winning tradition, and I sit up here, feeling good. We won the Natty, and we won the Big 12. But you guys, in the history of our Texas volleyball team, are trying to get their 6th straight Big 12 championship. That's unreal. I mean, it's one thing to say, all right, you're doing great, you're a starter. And no offense, everybody works hard, but if you're starting for a team that's struggling versus a team that's on their, 6th straight, trying to get their 6th straight Big 12 championship, doesn't that add a little more oomph and just a little more appreciation of what you've been able to accomplish in your college career?
Oh, for sure. I mean, just knowing that that's a goal in mind, just knowing that we are capable of winning the Big 12, it says a lot in itself, and having that as our goal. Before even thinking about a national championship, we have smaller goals in hand, and I think our team knows that, and what makes it so much fun playing with them. And just knowing that Texas and the way Jared just holds us accountable in practice, just knowing that we always have that Big 12 goal in mind, and it's a tradition, it's a winning tradition. We will win the Big 12, and it's a goal that we always have every year, and we want to keep it going as many years as we possibly can.
Oh man, that's awesome, man. Winning tradition, I like that, man. That was sweet right there, and I can tell it wasn't a fake thing. It's real. And we talked a little bit about you being in this industry. We talked about the things you follow. You're very natural on camera. You got to interview one of my boys. Man, a member of, maybe from an athletic perspective, the strongest. Now, Boyette and that crew, they're making a good argument, but the strongest power couple they ever come through the Longhorn family. Yeah. Aaron Ross, 2 Super Bowl rings, of course, his lovely wife. They're going to take me out of my day job, and I'm going to turn into an agent, but for their kids, because they're talking about it now. How was it, interviewing or being the interviewee for such a legend right there in A. Ross.
Oh, he is just a phenomenal person. It was my first time meeting him and just getting to know him. He was a really genuine person, cool, laid-back guy, you know. He just made the interview just a lot easier for me for it to go. And that just showed me if you have a great person, a great interviewee, just allows you to just flow smoothly and everything's just going right. It can all work itself out. Yeah.
I concur. That's happening at this moment. But no, so it was a good time.
It was awesome. Absolutely awesome. A great experience for me, and I hope for him as well.
So, man, student athletes don't have much time. So you think about y'all schedule, and y'all play multiple times during the week.
Like twice a week.
Y'all play multiple times in the week. You have class at a university like UT where class is not easy.
Yeah.
And then you're interviewing legends off the field. What else do you like? First of all, what else can you do? But what else do you like to do in your spare time to get away from it all? Because that's healthy too. What else do you like to do?
I mean, I guess I can be like, I like to sleep. No. I just like to, I feel like I'm a cool, fun person.
Yeah.
I like to be really social. So I like to spend time with my friends off the court. Not all of my friends are student athletes, so that makes it great. I like to spend some time with them, go to places like Pluckers, watch some Netflix here and there. I'm a really big movie junkie and watching TV shows. Spend some time on social media, unfortunately.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
got the phone attached to the hip.
I'm not going to get preachy tonight.
And then spending time with my family as well. I'm really close with them, even though Houston is just about a 2-hour drive, so they're up here almost every other weekend, spending some time with me, and which made my college experience a lot easier as well, but just doing some things like that.
Family is very important.
Yeah.
So I'm a huge Netflix fan too, so when you said that, I perked up a little bit. Do you have a favorite show that you follow on there? It's so many.
It's so many. I mean, I can name go a whole list. I recently finished House of Cards. Narcos was a really great one. The Pablo Escobar thing was huge. Never really got the true story about that, so that was really awesome. There's so many just normal, like The Office.
That was pretty good. I got one because it's with the timing of all that's going on. It's perfect timing. With the political piece, Scandal. To be a guy, a lot of people think that's kind of a chick flick, and it's not, man.
Yeah.
I watched that religion. I binge watch it. That's a problem, though.
Yeah.
You never got into that?
I have. I do like Scandal. Unfortunately, I stopped watching it like in the mid-season 3 because I got into other things like The Blacklist. I really enjoy that show. James Spader is a great actor.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And so, is this a lone time? Because again, y'all are together a lot, which is awesome. That's usually the best teams are.
Oh yeah.
But is this a long time thing, or of course, like when I was going, we played dominoes. There's teammates draped all over you half the time.
Yeah. I'm gonna say it's a little bit of both. A lot of the girls on the team, we all watch the same shows, so it allows for great locker room talk.
Right.
In the locker room, we're like, oh, what season are you on in Grey's Anatomy? All the girls are just always looking forward to watching some reality TV show or wherever it is on Netflix. We always are talking about it and cracking jokes and just having a great time.
Well, that's awesome, man. Chloe Collins, as mentioned, I can't thank you enough for joining us on the show.
Thank you for having me.
And it's very clear why you're very successful, and I hope that continues on in all, whether it's sports, of course, this industry or whatever it may be. And like I said before, please go to the game, man. You will not be sorry. And they're playing Iowa State this Saturday at 7 p.m. You can go on TexasSports.com or call at 512-471-3333 to purchase tickets, and we will send it back to you guys in the studio.